Testing. Welcome to episode 447 of Beauty Magazine, the Sims 4 story of a once thriving, now struggling fashion magazine, as well as the story of the world of Beauty Magazine and all the stories that exist therein. So it's not just the story of the magazine and the rival magazines, but there are also stories that take place in the different cities and kingdoms and realms and just basically a whole save file of various stories, and how they eventually tie back into the magazine, because they will, for the most part. It may take a while to do that, but I try to tie everything back into something to do with the magazine. And this particular story is no different. It's only got a small tie to the magazine right now because eventually I want Simone Au Revoir to be dressed in a wedding dress on Beauty Magazine so that it makes Gloria Downing of Gloria's Guide magazine jealous, mad, pissed off, all of the above. That's the main part of that. But in the meantime, we have to tell her story of how she came about to meet somebody and be that important in a wedding dress that it would do what it takes to piss off Gloria Downing. So, let's get back into the story. I've had a chance to think of some ideas. So, unlike last night's episode where I was a little bit down and upset and tired, I've had a chance to sleep, and a couple of ideas popped into my head of how she might find out that she's, I don't know, I suppose I could say heir to a throne, or heir to a dynasty, or something. Because it's a little confusing, this game. You've got the noble career, and then you've got dynasties. And it's like two different things, but maybe not. It's like the dynasty is like the shame system. Either your family has shame, or they have what do they call it? Prowess, or nobility. Either you're a noble family or you're a scandalous family. But even being scandalous doesn't necessarily mean you're screwed. We all know too well from current events in real life that all it takes is enough stupid people to support the wrong people, and, well, it's just not good. But anyway, I'm in control of this story, so it'll be what I want it to be. Oh yeah, that's right. As we ended the stream last night, the Grand Duke was showing up here to have a visit. All right, before we do that, let's put our bottles of blackberry wine away. Yeah. So Simone's been making excellent quality, while for some reason I don't know what it is, but just certain ones he can't quite get the excellent bottles. But I don't have enough time to necessarily. I mean, later on I could go back in and have him make more. In the meantime, I might have to delete a few of these or redistribute them. Either that or we need to sell some produce. Oh yeah, we got plenty of Christmas roses to give to him. Then again, it could also do with the fact. Well, no, the chair. How did we get? Where's she getting magnificent cherries from? So somehow she bought magnificent cherries from the market stall. Because we're not able to harvest our cherries right now. I mean, the ones up here might be magnificent trees, but we can't. But it's winter right now. Anyway, so all along, there's been the notion that the way that Simone is going to find out she's got some sort of nobility in her past was going to be the simple look in the book and see if it tells you you've got a past. But I'm kind of thinking of pretending something else. I mean, it might still involve that book, but just not that simple. I think somebody else is going to find it out for her. Now, I do have a sim that does that sort of thing. Actually, I got 2 different sims that are like that. It's saying that there's a high wind warning in my area right now. Or at least one computer's saying that and the other's not, but... Anyway, if for some reason the stream goes down, if I'm able to come back up, I'll do so. Otherwise, look for something in the comments that say if I can, I'll probably be posting from my phone if the internet goes out, or at least trying to. Sometimes I can still connect on my phone if the internet goes down. But anyway, that's as always. There's lots of reasons. Lately, I've had some computer crashes. I think I'll put that up there real quick. that just pretty much covers it. If the stream goes down, look to see if I'm able to post anything in the comments of this video, or pay attention to see if I schedule another stream, you know, ASAP after this one would end. I mean, if you don't hear me say bye-bye, then I probably was not intending to end the stream at that time. So look for something. There has been once or twice recently where it's happened, where a computer crashed or the internet went out, or, you know, and I had to make a decision whether or not I was coming back. I think one of those nights, I don't remember for sure if I came back or not. But it just depends on how late it is. So I am off today, and I don't start work tomorrow until 12:30. So I can potentially go till 3 a.m. with this stream without having to stop it, because that's the cutoff for YouTube to include everything in the video. If you go past 11 hours and 55 minutes, or at least mine, it does it too, you can... People will still be able to watch me as I'm live, but the replay on YouTube will cut off at 11:55. It's done it several times before. So. Anyway. Simone Arvois, she came to this plot of land. Somebody put in a word for her to get the job tending this land after all these trees and plants had died off, or too many of them. And she was supposed to replant them all so that they can get the vineyard operational again, especially this plot of land. Because with this plot of land dying off, it's like the crown jewel of the Cap dynasty, of their vineyard, of the Bellecourt vineyard. And people were just maybe scared to drink the wine. Even though there's still all these trees, people were starting to think the wine would have a bad reputation, that maybe they'll get sick from it, because these trees had been dying off, and these vines and trees might soon be to follow. Concord Welch, whose family was tending this plot of land, he went into a bit of a hiding, or left town for a bit, because he had just taken over tending it after his father died. And he was starting to get the blame for not having enough experience to figure out what was wrong and stop the trees from dying off. Well, it's not really his fault, because they were being sabotaged. And they were being sabotaged in such a way that it would take some sort of forensic investigator who knows everything about vineyards and wine and plant biology to figure it out. And they'd have to have a reason to suspect somebody to even start thinking that. But that somebody is Angelo Della Melodia. He's mad at somebody for doing something to his precious Christmas roses. No, not you. Angelo, you come over here and So we have a bit of a Phantom of the Opera thing going on, only it's more a Phantom of the Vineyard, or the Wraith of the Vineyard. Hmm. I have to keep that in mind. Oh, that's right. These plants are indoors. They're not. It doesn't matter what season they are. Um, did he leave? Is anybody talking to him? I have a feeling he left. Well, if I have to, I'll reload it. Oh, Tybalt. Grand Tybalt, yeah. Alright. I need to see something here. So this lot here, we're already here. It's buildable. There's the apartment lot. There's the Monty house. There's the palace. Then there's the lounge. And that's all we have for building in Velacord. Over here we have the empty lot that I turned into a spa. We have Romaldo's house. Is he a dynasty? No, he doesn't have a dynasty. There's the Vertimar Palace. There's the bar. There's the Abrantes house. Oh, apparently the royal robber is always robbing them. And then down here in Dambell, we have the bookstore slash nightclub. We have another rental place. Community market. We have the palace. And then there's an empty lot here with nobody living there. And that's all. So, at the moment, that's bulldozable or usable. What? I don't know what the... It's got great acoustics. I wish we had more lots to build on. I really do. can edit their titles. Okay, that's not going to make them not have the thing. It's just going to call them something different. Okay, so the Abrantes are in charge at the moment, but she's Cordelia Thebe, not Abrantes. Then there's the Caps. And then the other ones are not part of this, so... So there's Romaldo. Was Alto on there? Or whatever his name is? Yeah, Enzo Alto. Okay. So Alto lives here. So Romaldo is just a plain Joe. Pirate guy or something. We got her. She's the envoy from the event. I grabbed her before she disappeared, if she was going to. So other than the ones that we've got living here, and adding her to this map, nobody else on this map is different from the pack itself. What came with the pack. So I have not changed anything else. And so far I've only built on 2 lots. I've built on the empty lot back here, and I built on this lot that was almost empty. But I might be needing to change something somewhere. Because I need a lot for putting a museum. I need to put a museum somewhere. Or something. Either that, or somebody's gonna show up here asking to look through the artifacts and such for possible donations to a museum. That could be something. Oh. Hey, what do you know? You're all alone. You're all alone. What else is new? Actually, are they actually calling for frickin' snow? Well, by the time I get up, it's changing over to rain, so... And then wind later. Okay, whoever is putting that out, don't let me look at that, because when something says Simmers stop paying for this, immediately I'm thinking somebody's pirating something and I don't want to watch their video. Problem is, if I go to hover over that and try to tell it I don't want to see it, it's gonna hover over the damn thing, making YouTube think that I watched that. And I don't want them getting any views out of that. And I don't want YouTube recommending that crap to me. And I'm sorry, don't tell me to stop paying for something. I mean, if you're talking about in-game don't spend simoleons, well, make that clear in your frickin' clickbait. Because otherwise, I'm not watching your video. If you're telling me don't pay real money for something, you know, I'm not watching your shit. If you can't pay real money to watch to buy the game, get the fuck off the internet. You know, all I heard from way back when was it Sims 2? All the new packs are gonna have Securom on them, and yeah, and everybody was like, I don't want Securom on my computer telling me what I can and can't do, and you know, what was the answer to that? They made it so that you couldn't play without being hooked up to the internet. Or having to download the game from EA. You know, suddenly you're getting codes on, you know, you go to the store and you buy a jewel case with supposedly a CD in it, only to find out, oh no, you get a piece of paper with a code on it to go download your video, your game. Well, but it's like, for all I know, half of them people that complained about Securom were pirating the game. So don't tell me I can't pirate the game. Blow it out your ass. Don't pirate the game. You know, I'm sorry that EA charges a lot for the games and all that, but that don't give you the right to you know, pirate them. Anyway, I'm not perfect either. I've never purposely cracked the game or anything. You know, I'm not that kind of a hacker, but you know, for all I know, I might have, you know, played somebody's pirated copy of something or whatever back in the day. You know. But just but I'm not interested in finding out how to do it. I don't want to do that stuff. You know, everybody's talking about the AI stealing everybody's art. Well, you don't, you know, it's like AI stealing all the work from the artist. Well, at the same time, if you're pirating a game, the people that made the game, who are just doing their jobs and making the game and programming and all that, well, they're not getting as much money because you're just stealing the game. Um, I just want to take a moment here. Change the subject a little bit. Um, I just want to I'm hoping that whatever family thing Serena's got going on isn't serious or anybody hurt or injured or sick or you know. Um, but she she mentioned that she canceled her stream today for a family emergency, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. And that's all I'm saying about that. But if you're listening and it's at some point, you know, hope things are okay. Um, so all right. We got back out to here. I want to go look at what's going on here. And we'll see what size lot this is. So this lot does have a secret passageway cuckoo clock. It has an empty basement. I didn't put that there, but it has one because of these. It has one because of the fountains. That's basically the basement. Is the fact that these water features are here. I don't know if that's a pool or a fountain, but regardless. Okay, it's a 30 by 20. Book stack, photograph. Oh, that's right. She's playing. They're not gonna be over here right now because she's playing something. If they were gonna come over here, they're going to be distracted by that. Sankofa. Okay. Well, isn't that just appropriate for what I was thinking about doing? Just gotta be careful, because some people will take offense to me using that word for the wrong reasons. Like, oh no, you use that word, you're spitting on something. Well, I'm not the one that used that word. I just might not change it. That's all. I mean, that's what the lot is called. I just, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what I'm saying. That's obvious. Yeah, I know. I wish, if it's not possible already, I want it to be possible to have a sim click on one of those like family tree books. You know, I want to be able to click on one of these and have it go to create a sim to be able to edit in people that supposedly are related to you to build your line. Maybe I can do that with this. Maybe. I think you have to earn this, but well, it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't have this stuff around it, so. I want to find out what that does. So let me go back to my other lot. And we'll see if I can build one of those and what I can do when I click on it. I want to be able to somehow connect her maybe to one of the other families somehow. Okay, I am going to, as soon as this loads, I'm gonna pause and do some do a coffee run and stuff. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I will be right back. Right now it's telling me that nobody's watching. If somebody is actually watching, hello. I will be right back. And if you're watching in the future, hello to you too. Thanks for watching. You matter also. Alright, so... So... what is the point of this if I can't... if it's not like a club where I can just add somebody and say we're family?
Hipamoy, Jonker Reshna.
But no, don't just do that. I want to, like, look at what you're doing. Well, what the fuck's the point of that? What, does she just not know anybody? I don't... Great. So now I don't know if she actually did that or not. This is stupid. So unless she has a family member, I can't do anything with this. Do I have that adopt me thing, or... Will you just go back one instead of exiting out? I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to do this without making other Sims. I need to be able to go somewhere and look at somebody else's family tree. How do I... How do I do this? I mean, and it's only going to go by age, so I have to make older Sims than her, which is, duh, I got to do that. But then I got to kill them off somehow. Well, I suppose we got to go into create a Sim. The problem is I can't do something like that without taking somebody out of another house and putting it with hers. Okay, so now we have an Anthony Monty to go along with Blake. You're still a teen. That's another thing. That's a different thing. That's before they were doing family. God damn it! I don't give a shit that you called me. You said it was spam likely, so fuck off. I wish I could open this without... You know, like, let me see just this. So all I need is to accidentally delete something on this thing and be like, who the hell are you? Why'd you do it? I made a mistake. Sorry. You shouldn't have let me do that. Enough! Now what? Fucking phone company again. Give me a fucking damn advertisement. Oh, look, a scam likely from Washington, D.C. Let's block that shit. I don't think it's Trump inviting me to go rape people. What are you talking about? Well, he's a rapist. And if you don't believe that, too bad. One thing I will never ever get is the fact that women support his ass. Any woman that supports Donald Trump is out of their mind. Or they're deluded into thinking that stuff would never happen to them or their daughters. Or they don't give a shit if it happened to their daughters. And how sad that is. So there's got to be another claim. So there's a Beatrice Monty. The daughter of Bianca and Antonio. And there's also a Benedict. There's an unborn baby Monty that's somewhere in between these two. Mercutio from Sims 2. How do I make it so that well, now wait a minute, because they're not heir to anything. Because they've lost their... They don't have their nobility, they've lost it. So what if somebody else were to continue the Montes? And have a claim somehow to at least Bellecourt. I have no idea what the hell I'm saying. That's exactly the problem. Well, so there's this line here, the Artacina and Amantes, which led to Hero Monte. Hero Monte and Antonio Monte getting together and fathering Beatrice and Benedict, or Benedict. I don't know how long he's been a dick, but apparently he's dead. So, what if Beatrice was somehow actually older? Well, no, she wouldn't have to be older. She just... Well, he's lost his nobility anyway. By this point, he lost his nobility. The other ones aren't around. But perhaps Beatrice still had some. but maybe out of shame they left town. I mean, I don't know what happened to the Monty dynasty because it's not included. And I don't know everything about the Monty dynasty and all that, so... But... So she's a child in Sims 3. Okay, no, she. Okay, you're on your own. You're not the mother of this child. Hera, Hero is. Okay. So we'll do it like we were doing in the Beatrice Sims 4 thing and all that, the backstory. We'll recreate some of these and say that they're somehow, um, yeah. So Beatrice Monty would have to at least be your mother. Or a relative of yours somehow. You could be another daughter of Hero. Or maybe at some point Bianca did have a child. A child she doesn't know about. Well, it's going to be one of the two. She was a bookworm, a genius, ambitious. That's easy enough to create. Those are her skills, not her stuff. All right. Well, how about this? You can either make her another child of Hero, which would put them here. Or you can start another line going down with Bianca and a mystery sim. Then again, well, no, I think we need to keep with the Monty theme if we want to continue on. I mean, I don't know if her having a child with somebody would continue the dynasty. I mean, I don't know if they stick to the what do they call it, the patriarch or whatever. It has to be the male, the male carrying forth the name. Yeah, who knows? Oh, look, still nobody watching. Oh well. At least I'm entertaining myself, right? Yeah, we could put on a puppet show for ourselves. Alright. So that would mean that let's go back to Isabella and Patrizio and create them. And then we don't have to worry necessarily about making the like Antonio, and I mean we could later on, but they're both dead. So that's why there's only them. And then I guess Mercutio died when, I mean, if we're going by the Romeo and Juliet theme, he ended up dying when Tybalt killed him. But he might still be alive. Is he older than Romeo? Yes, he's the older brother of Romeo. Okay. I mean, that's the other option. What if if the unborn baby was somehow there? Or I don't know. I don't want to go to that though, because then that's all resurrecting and figuring out how they could have had a baby and this and that and the other. And I don't. That's too much. That's too much. Miranda Cap. Well, that's kind of going. Maybe somehow. What if he and Miranda actually got together at some point? Hermia doesn't exist, does she? Hey, Daniel. Um, I don't know if I want to go for it. I liked what I was doing because since it's not on here, you know, I can just say it happened. You know, because we don't know if she got together with somebody after all this. Maybe she did. Sylvia and Valentine. What? Well, they're way back up here. Okay, so that would be her great grandparents. Or okay, it would be her mother, who is a daughter of Patrizio and Isabella. And then the Montes are up here. Slowly going down this way. And going this way. And then she becomes a Monte. And then... I should come up with a sim named Del Monte. Green Bean Empire, huh? Something like that. Let's read up on that. They started off as a coffee brand? Wow. Unless it's a different... Well, okay, that must be where the Monty comes from, Monterey. And then they got into Hawaii. Yeah, I could do that if I wanted, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. But that would explain why maybe she was over in Henford doing farming, because Del Monte might have been into farming and growing those crops. Does it come with a turbocharger? I think mine's still got a wind-up key somewhere. So it sounds. Oh yeah, up yeah, 2 terabytes. Yeah, that helps. 2 people named Tara biting it at the same time. Well, sounds like you definitely play some stuff on that. Okay, so first thing I've got to do, since I want them to be related to these, is go in to create a sim for them.
Bobson a Zatorb.
So what would this be?
Zambum Inabosh.
Wasuba Kana.
Ibby Chib. Shamusta?
So who we making? The
Voya.
mother or... We're making Claudio. Claudio. Yes, Claudio. Oh, he was fat, eh? Okay. And then Olivia. So is that what I'm looking at? Olivia, Claudio. Olivia's over there. All right, that's not important. What we need to do is make him and then make a sister. And then move them out so I can edit them. Let's not spend all day on this. Is he younger than Bianca? Food, money, paranormal.
Shamusta? Lawyer. Whoa! Constoba. Whoa! Say, get now. Oh!
Close enough.
Yes, an ARP.
Oh, he starved to death, huh? Fat guy starved to death? Poor fella. He had a fortune aspiration. Okay. Money. Paranormal. Sci-fi, crime, food.
Oh. Kasoba? Yes, a barb. Nifichow Zerba.
He's active. For a fat guy, that's different. He's neat, he's active. We could give that. I don't really want to, but... let's just do it and get it over with. Alright. That was difficult because he...
Mm-hmm. Freddy Shay? Huh? Zoba? Zoba? Huh. You're rough to do. Huh.
I wish they would make it so you could put them as in-laws on here. He starved. Hunger. And then for you, you had a sister named Bianca.
Edagom Schloaf.
Yempelarga.
Alright, now what would you have looked like? You have the shorter hair, or medium, basically the same as him, almost. Everybody, be sure to check out Daniel's channel. He's got a lot of the different truck driving games, American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck 2, and some of the old school World of Trucks games, 18 Wheels. And there's also a lot of sports games, basketball and football, and some wrestling. She have glasses? No. But we're getting there. Brown, medium, thin. She's certainly thin. Give her some glasses. What kind does she have? The wire, those kind. This kind. Or similar. Is there a different kind that looks like that? No. Oh, well, no, but still, that's not the kind. Bookworm, genius, ambitious.
Yafis bar.
Yeah, we'll go in the order that it's listed there. Family aspiration. Okay. So it has him as a nephew. That's good. Distant. Distant. I'm just gonna be distant. They didn't. Probably because of the shame brought on the other thing and whatever. And oh yeah, Bianca, the sister of Kat. Oh, she has a romance aspiration too. Okay, so we just need to have her become the mother of or possibly the mother of let's give you your clothing that you're supposed to be wearing. Or at least something different. I don't want to harp on it too much. You're not even staying around, so at least not that I'm aware of. I mean, I might need to keep you around enough to make sure the family tree thing is working. I doubt it's going to work the way I want it to, though, because Romeo and all of them lost their dynasty. We'd have to recreate it. Why are you being so picky about this? 'Cause I am. I just, you know, sometimes I want to be a little picky. I mean, it's not every day that I create Sims, so, or, you know, make, you know, not necessarily create, but, I mean, this is a recreation. There we go. That'll work. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's what we're going with. Okay. I wish we could look at their family tree in here while we're making them, other than this thing. Alright. So the question becomes, if I delete him, will he show up on the dynasty? Okay, got 4 over here. That would, creating her would make another.
Widaba Urabea.
Vicky, where?
Okay, we're making Olivia.
Locus. Mm-hmm.
Her eye color is brown.
Huh? Rogaba.
Body type? Thin.
Oh, huh? Femems. Kisib?
Shut up.
Benor. Hudaj.
I'll tell you when you can Kisib.
Mel Shaba. Yeah.
Now, this is just your wife.
Warig.
She's gonna be a sister-in-law to Bianca.
Fast annoy.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, that's fine. How did she die? She starved also. Apparently, there was not enough to eat for them.
Wanafesh? Oh. Breda.
What's their stuff? She had family aspiration also. Maybe that's what she wanted. outgoing, school, money, entertainment, toys, culture, a little bit of fashion, animals. Okay, do we have the option of... You know, now that we have other... She died by urban myth. A stink capsule? No, there's a lot of ways to die here. That killer chicken, killer rabbit, laughter, freezing. What? Oh, okay. Maybe that's from the rock climbing. This one's new. I think that goes all the way back to like Sims 1. When there was like too much flies around a plate or something and they swarm somebody to death. Well, I'm gonna have to. I don't know what else to do other than make it random. Detors? You're one of the detors? Wait, what? Oh, you're over there making that. Okay, yeah, so she does come from the detors. culture. Animals. Well, we know she's family oriented, so we'll just say she's family oriented.
Oh no.
Get it over with. Isn't that your husband? Alright, we got a full house of Monties. I'll probably regret this, but let's do it. Okay, well, let's just do this right away. Okay. Now let's go in here. And check a family tree. And then before I actually go back in to create a sim, I'm going to take a coffee break. You would, wouldn't you? Well, that's what I do. Okay, that's what I like to see. So as long as this is this, we should be able to go into hers and create hers and create her unknown parent. Now hopefully they won't give me any fits about, we can't have a parent that's only elder age because these are elder age. They have to be double elder age. I mean, you know, there's only so much I can do with that. She has good compatibility with her mother. Okay. Let's save right now before I go doing any more messing around. Alright, I'm going to leave it on the town screen. And then we'll jump in there when I get back. So, I will be back. And I will be back. Ow. Damn, it's uncomfortable. I gotta get me a lazy boy. I'm sure somebody's got one. Of course, first I have to get the stupid crap out of my Jeep so I can put something in there. All right. Okay, so
Narshkal Smiba, huh?
damn it. What's one way to make it happen? All right. Okay. We can create a father, or create a son. She can like create a son that's her brother, or create the father. One of the two, but that's one way to make that happen.
Huh.
Now, the father would be more important at this point. Is there somebody that perhaps... Well, what's the reason she went to Henford? That's one way to do it. The only well,
Huh.
let's just leave that as is for the moment. Do I have access to her? Apparently not. Well, that sucks. So there's no way to do that without doing that. Great, now we're gonna do that shit again. God damn buffering. You would have to start buffering now that somebody's actually watching. go live. Stupid goddamn shit. I'm sorry if there's buffering or any of that crap. I can't do anything about it, and I'm not stopping the stream. Why you gotta do this to me, YouTube? You know, I get a day off to do something, and you gotta screw me over. I mean, I don't know if it's buffering for anybody else, because, you know, unless it's one of the regulars, nobody ever chats in here. You know, they're not gonna bother popping in to tell me anything, because they want to lurk. Probably afraid I'll yell at them. Nope, can't even get it to start now. So it's nothing to do with my stream and everything to do with frickin' YouTube right now. So in other words, YouTube is showing like 2 minutes, 3 minutes ago, and won't go live